刘培元的英文教室经典演说篇第134集回顾50到51集。这个是美国总统杰弗逊第一次总统就职演说他本身的文笔非常好，律师又是一个雄辩家，可惜有点大舌头这是古人以前听过现场听过他演说的人讲的就像孙中山这个有视频可是一点点当时有很多人亲自跟他讲话，跟他相处，然后说他的个性哑巴的不得了，蒋中正哑巴的不得了，毛泽东哑巴的不得了他这个就职演说1801年讲的 Inaugural Address of Thomas Jefferson因为我们前面都讲过意思他的意思，所以这种有点就是文言文英文的文言文不好懂如果你意思不了解就看前面，我们这边只是念一下回顾一下欢迎大家赞助如果你肯定我的反正要赞助有兴趣赞助当然这个觉得不怎么样或者不想赞助就不赞助这个请分别另外请分别订阅我的15个 YouTube 频道我们来念一下。 Called upon to undertake the duties of first executive office of our country. I have found myself at the presence of that portion of my fellow citizens, which is here assembled to express my grateful thanks for the favor with which they have been pleased to look forward me. To declare a sincere consciousness, the task is above my talents, and that approach it with those anxious and awful presentiments which the greatness of the charge and the weakness of my power so justly inspired. A rising nation spread over a wide and fruitful land, traversing the seas with the rich productions of their industry, engaged in commerce with nations, advancing rapidly to destinies beyond the reach of mortal eye. When I contemplate these transcendent objects and see the honor, the happiness, and the hopes of this beloved country committed to the issue and the auspices of this day, I shrink from the contemplation and humble myself before the magnitude of the undertaking. Utterly, indeed, should I despair, do not the presence of many whom I here see remind me that in the other high authorities provided by our Constitution, I shall find resources of wisdom, of virtue, and of zeal on which to rely under all difficulties. To you, then, gentlemen, who are charged with the sovereign functions of legislation, and to those associated with you, I look with encouragement for that guidance and support which may enable us to steer with safety in the vessel in which we are all embarked amidst the conflicting elements of a troubled world. During the contest opinion through which we have passed, the animation of discussions of exertion has sometimes worn an aspect which might impose on strangers unused to think freely and to speak and to write what they think. But it's been now decided by the voiced nation, announced according to the rules of Constitution. All will, of course, arrange themselves under the will of the law and unite in common efforts for the common good. Our attitude will bear in mind the sacred principles that though the will of the majority is in all cases to prevail, that will to be rightful must be reasonable, that the minority possesses just equal rights which equal law must protect, and to violate would be oppression. Let us then, fellow citizens, unite with one heart and one mind. Let us restore to social intercourse the harmony and affection without which liberty and even life itself are but dreary things. And let us reflect that, having banished from our land the religious intolerance under which mankind so long bled and suffered, we have yet gained little, if we containers a political intolerance as despotic as wicked and capable of as bitter and bloody persecutions. During the throes in the convulsions of the ancient world, during the agonizing spasms of infuriated man, seeking through blood and slaughter his long-lost liberty, it was not wonderful that the agitation of billows should reach even this distant and peaceful shore, that there should be more felt and feared by some and less by others, and should divide opinions as to measures of safety. But every difference of opinion is not a difference of principle. We have called by different names brethren of the same principle. We are all Republicans, we are all Federalists. If there be any among us who wish to dissolve this union or to change its Republican form, let them stand out disturbed as monuments of the safety with which our opinion may be tolerated where reason is left free to combat it. I know indeed that some honest men feel the Republican government cannot be strong, that this government is not strong enough. But with an honest patriot in the futile of successful experiment, abandon the government which is so far capable, free and firm on the theoretic and the visionary field, that this government, the world's best hope, may be possibility, want energy to preserve itself. I trust not, I believe thus. On the contrary, the strongest government on earth. I believe it the only one where every man at the call of the law would fly to the standard of law and would meet invasions of the public order as his own personal concern. Sometimes it is said that a man cannot be trusted with the government of himself. Can he then be trusted with the government of others? Or have we found angels in the forms of kings to govern him? Let history answer this question. Let us then with courage and confidence pursue our own federal and republican principles, our attachment to union and representative government. Currently separated by nature in the wide ocean from the exterminating havoc of one quarter of the globe, too high-minded to endure the degradations of the others. Possessing a chosen country, withdrawn enough for our descendants to the thousands and thousand generations. Entertaining a due sense of our equal right to the use of our own faculties, to the acquisition of our own industry, to honor and confidence from our fellow citizens, resulting not from birth but from our actions and your sense of them, enlightened by a benign religion, professed indeed and practiced in various forms, yet all of them inculcating honesty, truth, temperance, gratitude, and love of man, acknowledging and adoring and overruling providence, which by all its dispensations proves that it lies in the happiness of man here and his great happiness hereafter. With all these blessings, what more is necessary to make us a happy and a prosperous people? Still one thing more, fellow citizens, a wise and frugal government which shall restrain men from injuring one another, shall leave them otherwise free to regulate their own pursuits of industry improvements, and shall not take from the mouth of labor the bread it has earned. This is a sound of good government, and this is necessary to close the circle of our felicities. 这我们分上下两集把它念完了。 好，那这边这一集回顾到这里。